Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We're Saturday, March 14th, 2026, and we're doing a general collective reading as usual. I thank you for being here. I'm truly grateful to each and every one of you. I love you. Thank you for being here. To start the message is, some of you are getting frustrated. I get it. I'm there with you. As to why things are taking long, or this long. How much longer? How much longer? I'm there. Spirit wants you to know that some of you have endured psychological abuse, torment for a long time, if not your whole life, from people in your world, your family members, your partners, whatever. And it takes a long time to work through that and to heal from that. Who knows if we heal completely? I don't know. But it's not an overnight thing. We have to be gentle with ourselves, and we have to give ourselves some grace. Sometimes it's hard to do so. I'm there with you. Very impatient sometimes. I hate that word patience, but it is a virtue for a reason. The only thing I can suggest is turn within. When you're at that point where you're at a breaking point. I was there yesterday. I was angry. I was so angry. But it's good. We have to feel those feelings to work through them, process them, and let them go and not stay there. I felt like that. That's why I didn't post anymore. I tried, but I got angry. But that is the message, okay? Just because it's taking a long time, you have to remember that the damage they tried to incur with you, to you, it's a long time, okay? They did this day and night. If you're dealing with narcissists or worse, or just really evil people, it takes a while to heal from it, okay? Physically, you can heal no problem. Some people heal overnight. Some people don't. But it's the psychological aspect, the spiritual aspect that we have to give ourselves grace for. So hopefully it's not going to be much longer, but hopefully you continue healing. Don't stop. Don't stop. Won't stop. Can't stop. Okay? I love you. Thank you for being here. Let's see where we're going to go with this read. Spirit, what is the message here for the collective? What would you like to discuss with the collective? Okay, thank you. It's time to move on. Overarching energy, congratulations. Bottom of the deck, we have pay attention to your dreams. I know recently, lately, I don't know, it's been a while now. For a while, I couldn't remember my dreams. And then it clicked back in because I have very vivid dreams. Lately, they've been very busy. I've been waking up tired. You know what I'm saying? News of legalities are here. You're going to have a change of living situation, or somebody you're dealing with is someone's a liar. You could be in Aries, they could be in Aries, or something's going to happen in Aries season. They've done this before, and they'll continue to do so. And that is why the angels are surrounding you and helping you. This has to do with a firm foundation, yours or somebody else's, or everyone's involved. Replace your fear with faith. You could be a Libra, they could be a Libra. And remember, these signs, just because I say it, it might not be your sun sign. It might not even be in your top 3. But it's typically we have all these signs in our chart somewhere. It's not always that way, but it's typical, okay? But also it could be that the month that certain things have happened, and or this is the energy, okay? So Libra's here. You could be a Libra, somebody else's, and or balance and justice is going to be doled out. I just heard. You have strong psychic abilities. Congratulations. That's how you're able to keep balance. You could be a Leo, somebody else is a Leo, or something's going to take place in Leo season. You're very strong, resilient, time to set new goals. Be strong, stay strong, okay? Okay, wish is going to be granted. Congratulations. Oh boy, look at this. Karma. So you had to wait for that to catch up as well. And that takes time for the divine to make sure that everything's in alignment for these people or this person to take what's theirs, which is their karma, good or bad. I do know, like, planets have to be in alignment. Just imagine all the work they have to do to bring this person, sit them down, and make sure that they get their justice, their just desserts, I meant to say. And, you know, karma, I don't know if you've noticed, we all have to pay karma. We all have up until this point, some more than others, and some will have to pay a lot, and or some or none. Place it where it belongs. But if you notice the karma that we get, and I've noticed it, it's very exacting. You know exactly why you're going through what you're going through is because it's payback for something you've done in the past. It never failed to be there right in my face for when something went wrong in my life. It's like, oh shit, that's why. Okay, won't be doing that again. But you learn damn fast. Oh yeah, karma is a good teacher. It sits you down hard, fast. Right? Your ass stings after that for a while. You don't forget it. It's time to move on. Where are we going with this, please? Somebody could be living in some sort of home that's in your name or your home, possibly. Maybe you're sharing a home with somebody. It's time to move on. Either you're moving or they're moving, or place where it belongs. Okay? It could be work as well. It's time to move on. What's going on here? You got to wait for this to play out, and that's why it's taking time. Somebody wanted to compete with you, right? Thought it was a race of some sort. Life isn't a race. Somebody's feeling haunted by what they did. Memories, flashback, trauma, and side effects, or maybe that's what you went through. And again, you needed to heal from this. Somebody could have did some sort of ritual during Halloween. It's catching up to them. What they did. They could have tried to unalive you, and somebody else went, yeah, it's time to dust things off. It's time to move. Okay, somebody's got to take things off the shelves, dust them off. Maybe they're not a good duster. But it's time to move on now. Somebody's moving. I hope they don't notice what I've done. If they are in your home, hopefully they're going to clean up after themselves and not make a fucking mess like a whiny little baby because they have to move. Or maybe this is you. You're taking your shit down off of the shelves. You're packing it up. You're gone. Place it where it belongs. Everybody's story's a bit different. You're uninterested. Bye. Could be a relationship as well. Somebody's looking you up, researching you, studying you, and getting info. It's a happiness hater, of course. Why are they so unhappy, Spirit? This is in reverse. Something to do with losing children. Listen, I don't know what this is. You could be this person's ex and you have children together, or a child, and they lost custody, or somebody lost their child and they're jealous that you didn't. Place it where it belongs, or somebody accused you of calling children's aid. I don't know, or they claimed you did to get people on, other people got in trouble with children's aid and they claimed you were the one responsible and you're not. Or maybe you are. I don't know. Everybody's story is different. There we go. Forcer and spiritual hater. They can't force something. It came out in reverse. You're not a spiritual hater. And they can't force anything on you, a false narrative or something like that. Yeah, they're getting some bad karma for what they did. I can't make this out. It's karma twice. Damn. Your shine offends their demons. That's what it boils down to. Wow. Ruin your life. Maybe you ruin your afterlife because you can't handle somebody's shine. I just heard competition. That's not competition. That's just fucking stupidity. I mean, you didn't know this person was competing with you, did you? Maybe you did. Maybe you didn't. I don't know. But you're not going to compete with other people. You mind your own fucking business. You do what you got to do in life and move on. Why do people do this? Spirit, please. I'm getting mad again. Sorry, not sorry. These people really, really take the cake. Okay, what deck do you want me to use? Okay, thank you. Where is it? Sorry, bear with me. There's a deck that's missing. No, it's right here. It's right in front of me. Isn't that weird? Okay, sorry. Something was weird here. My cards were split up. See? I got this. Ooh, the Hierophant. This is the divine marriage. Dealing with a platform or institution or contract or belief system. You can be spiritually high ranking as well. That doesn't belong there. Somebody may want forgiveness here. This could be a therapist. Somebody that gives advice. They're double dealing, I just heard. Somebody's double dealing, whether they're somebody that's got authority or not. See, he or she is facing the front, but behind the scenes, they're doing something behind the scenes. The snake is here, and there's the spirit. So I think this is somebody that might say that they're God-loving, God-fearing, but behind closed doors, they're doing other things. Some that holds keys here. Supposed to hold keys. Keys to what? Okay, thank you, Spirit. So I just heard, you know how when Jesus was sacrificed. I call it a sacrifice. He was crucified, and he went to hell. And he grabbed the keys, and he left. These are some key holders, okay? Somebody has the key, or should have the key, and they mismanaged it. Either with a property, or with you, or with God. Drowning. It's time to move on. Played out. Drowning. Over your head, overextended rock bottom. Somebody's in hot water. Drowning in debt, I just heard. Shattered. Broken, nightmares, and failure. This came out last week too. Why is somebody's feeling shattered here? It's a nightmare. They're feeling haunted for sure. They could be getting haunted by something they conjured up. Oh, blocked. Moved on, nothing to say, stop calling. They're being blocked. Something's blocked. Really, Spirit. Life is stagnant right now. Stuck, dead end, frozen. It's been like this for a long time, or they're going to get some time, or time is up. Delay, procrastination, too busy. Somebody delayed doing something that they should have taken care of with you, or place it where it belongs. Now they're suffering in silence, unspoken desires, real feelings, and broken dreams. They kept putting off healing things with you, possibly. Place it where it belongs. Somebody really shot where they ate, I just heard. Yet again. They're very toxic. They know they've been toxic. Drama, arguments, incompatible. And every time I see mushrooms, it always reminds me of sprouting out of nowhere. Like growing overnight, because that's what mushrooms do. 1 minute they're not there. The next morning you wake up and there's mushrooms in your lawn. You know, you don't see them growing. It's just all of a sudden they're there. So this could be somebody that just picked fights with you out of nowhere just to get you going for some reason. They were playing mind games with you, definitely. Psychological warfare, I just heard. But why? Trying to make you look a certain way. Trying to get you to unalive yourself, because I just saw that hope card. Self-delete, you know what I'm saying? Why? Is there life insurance on you? You've healed. Self-care, introspection, meditation. You're a healer. You're healing. It takes a while to heal from toxicity, that people that were toxic around you. Someone was very two-faced, double life cheater, backstabber, wearing a mask, of course, hiding, concealing, deception. And now they're crying. Why? This is happening today. Good vibes now in the moment. Oh, they're hopeful. They need your nurturing. They need your love. They need your pity, I just heard. They need something from you. They're in over their head. They can't get out of whatever they're in. What is this? Did you cut ties or they cut ties? Freedom, standing up and awaken. Now they're exhausted. They can't control something. Burnt out, burdened, and empty. They could be they're daydreaming. They're stuck in their daydreams. Head in the clouds, delusions, hopes, and fears. Somebody's an arc. And they're hoping that you're going to come back, feel nostalgic against them or for them, because they are drowning financially, maybe. Or they're in trouble, or they need your help. Yeah. They burn bridges with you. Lack of trust, disloyal, and turn back on. They burn bridges with you and other people. If this has anything to do with the last read, somebody in this equation got people compromised because they wanted to. Then you're dealing with a psychopath. Somebody was really, really cruel with you, with your mental stability. They try to destabilize you. They were playing a lot of psychological games with you. 1 minute they love you, the next minute they're your worst enemy. It's never stable. You are walking on eggshells constantly. And they loved every minute of it. So don't get that, you know, like I've been there, I've done that. You know, you start feeling sorry for them. And you see it from a higher perspective. They must be hurting. They must be hurting really bad if they're going to be acting like this. Listen, I don't know anything about psychopaths or sociopaths. I'm just getting to learn a lot about narcissists because I just realized within the last decade that I've been surrounded by them. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a therapist. I just know these people, there's no help. There's no cure. So approach at your own peril, I guess. You've been warned. You now know who you're dealing with. It's time to move on. Played out and drowning. Someone's very ignorant. They treated you ignorantly. They're a hypocrite. Do as I say, don't do as I do. It's okay for me to hurt people and steal and lie and do whatever they want to do, but don't do it to them. It's okay for you to go without, but not for them. Now they're stalking you. You could be a tarot reader, or they are a tarot reader. You're definitely here watching me, and I'm grateful for that. They could be watching tarot reads to see what you're up to. Listen, that's divination abuse, okay? Somebody's in high competition. This could be a tarot reader. If you are a tarot, you don't have to be. A lot of competition here. They want you to tell a line. Hail me as the greatest. Kind of sounds like Lucifer. Hail me as the greatest. Kiss my ass and kiss my feet and let me get away with it. No, I don't think so. They had, what did I tell you? They have an image to uphold. So he's stuck in the past. So they want to be reliving their glory days over and over and over again. Who knows? Maybe this is Lucifer. I don't know. Somebody's out of options now. They're jealous. They're fake. There's going to be an arrest. They overstep the boundaries here. You put up some fierce boundaries to keep them up. And if you haven't, then the angels are protecting you. Oh, I just heard this person's philosophy in life is rules are meant to be broken, boundaries are meant to be overstepped, but don't do it to them. Oh, hell no. Don't tell them what to do. I just heard. Wow. Damn. They don't want you. This could be a past partner that you had. They don't want you going on. Yes, they want you to look guilty, or they're going to be found guilty. And this is a know-it-all. You could have been living in poverty for a while, or they're going towards poverty. They can't handle it. Oh, they're in pain. They cause a lot of pain. Somebody that has a serious illness or maybe they caused you a serious illness, or they were trying to. I'm picking up they want something out of you. Could be life insurance for all we know. There's a copycat going on here. They were hacking. What the fuck? A lot of disrespect. This is all done behind your back, though. They have addictions, or they claimed you did. They say claimed you're homeless, or they're trying to make you homeless, or they're facing homelessness. They slandered and libeled your name. This is defamation of character. They're in regret for what they've done. I don't think it's heartfelt regret, but they're regretting that they went there, or went that far, or said what they did, or did what they did, because now it's blowing up in their face. Remember, this person's all self-serving, okay? They're not regretting how they treated you or how it made you feel. Courthouse. You're going to wind up in the courthouse, okay? There we go. Reactive abuse. So they could have brought some recordings of you in one way or another, reacting to the abuse they were doing to you to make you sound like you're crazy. They were definitely doing a lot of psychological warfare on you to get an end result, maybe to make you seem or appear crazy, or to actually drive you there, maybe to drive you to end your life. Whatever this is, it wasn't good. They meant to do this, okay? They're not sorry for what they've done. Somebody read too many books. Somebody could be in the military. Oh, we do this in the military. Psyops, you know what I'm saying? Somebody's the same smacks. Somebody of the same smacks did this to you, or somebody's into the same smacks, claimed you were, I don't know. Who cares who you sleep with? Who cares who you're attracted to? Get over it. Somebody's side piece. Somebody has a side piece that's the same smacks. They don't want anybody to know about it. This could be your ex. It could be a family member. They want respect. The side piece wants respect. This could be an ex that had a side piece. They want the respect, and they want you to be disrespected. Place where it belongs. There's something to do with release. They're being released by a coven or cult. I'm getting found out. Payback's a bitch, I just heard. They're going to have to pay you back, or they're going to get paid back in kind with an STD. There you go. Everything they spoke over your life is happening to them. This is a major loss. They were obscene. They said obscene things. They were thirsty. You saw right through them, and that's why they hate you. Good for them. Hate is a very strong emotion. Let's see how far it gets them in life, in the afterlife as well. Personally, I'm done with people like this. If you want to walk around with hate in your heart, go right ahead, but leave people alone. At the end of the day, you want to hate, go ahead. We can't stop you from hating. It's time to move on. Played out, drowning, and ignorant. Somebody's very ignorant. A few people are ignorant here. They're determined to make you hate. You don't hate. You'd rather love. You don't like people, you don't like them, but you don't hate for the sake of hate. You know what I'm saying? It takes more energy to hate, if you ask me. They can't debase you. They can't lower your status, let's say. They want to lower it. They want you brought down low. Because they don't want to put the work in. They don't want to. They know they can never. If this is competition, they know they can't compete. You don't compare. It's like apples and oranges. They're comfortable in the dark. You're comfortable in the light. I think more or less you're balanced between dark and light. You have to be. Okay. They're not. They're all dark. They hate the light. It's time to move on. Played out, drowning, ignorant. Thank you, Spirit. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. Backfire. It wants. Bad news. No communication. Can't move forward. Something stops suddenly. There's been delays. Well, they shadow over you, and they made sure that through their actions and their words that you're not going to come back. Why would you go back for more? Now they need something from you. Make that make sense. So now they're going to maybe try to get somebody to come towards you to do their bidding. Oh, I think not. They're heartbroken. 3 of Swords in the upright. Overarching energy. They broke their own hearts. They know they broke yours. You love deeply. But you're not going to be there to be abused continuously. You have a cutoff point. And that's what happened here. Yeah. There's proof and evidence here of what they were doing. 7 of Pentacles. They were trying to harvest from you. Something to do with an investment. So they're heartbroken not over you, on hurting you. They're heartbroken over an investment. Or there's proof and evidence as to what they were doing. Or they need proof and evidence and they don't have it. Place it where it belongs. They underestimated you. They're heartbroken. They're looking at the past. Yeah, you're still moving forward. You're not waiting. They made their choice. You made yours. They chose which doorway to go through, which path to go down. Somebody went to the crossroads. You're standing in your power. You're divinely protected. 7 of Wands. You have the advantage. They thought they had it. Not going to happen. Not today, Shaitan. Not tomorrow. Not today. Not ever. Somebody's fighting here. They're blocked. They blocked their path. You're trying to block yours. They blocked theirs by trying to block your path. They made that decision. All they could do is watch you from afar. Or maybe they were watching you from afar and now they've been blocked. Place it wherever that goes. You want to play? Let's play. Oh, lovers. They're blocked. They're fighting over a contract, over a decision, fighting with a third party that tried to doppelgang you, or they try to talk them into doppelganging you or something. I don't know. Trying to block a higher level soulmate from you. Fighting with a higher level soulmate that's yours. I don't know. That's too many spirits. All right. Where are we going with this? That's 2. Okay, we got 2. Oh, that's a 9. The worst has happened. This is a nightmare. A decision's been rendered. Shit, or get off the pot. I just heard. You're not worried. You let go of all worries. You have nothing to worry about. Wow. Yeah, nothing to worry about. No burdens. 10 of Wands in reverse. They're going to have to let something go or drop something. Now they're worried because you're not burdened. Give me a break. They're really fearful here. What the heck is going on here, Spirit? Help me out. Okay. Okay. 9 of Cups. This is a scam. You're going to have to let go of this scam. Or scam artist or this love bomber. Place it where it belongs. Somebody having casual hookups all over the place. Somebody's wearing a mask and very insincere. They can't come correct. Okay, they can't come towards you. Somebody made an offer or they're not going to receive an offer. Or you turned down their offer. You know it's full of shit. You know they're full of shit, whoever this is. Yeah, they're doing stuff in the dark. Not happy. They're sick. Maybe somebody was sleeping around, now they're sick, or they claimed you were. Doing stuff in the dark. No truth or clarity. There's lack of trust. Not happy. Not happy. Sun and moon next to each other. There we go. The truth is coming out. They have to face their fears and face their shadow. They can't hide this. They can't cover this up. Whatever this is. You're not confused about anything. You're not afraid. Uncovered communication. You're still moving forward. Something's happening quickly here. Somebody's going to start taking off. 8 of Wands in the upright. It's good news typically. It could be travel or communication. Somebody needs to talk to you quick. Somebody has to do something quickly. Or they did something too quickly. That's too many, Spirit. What is this? Something's taken off. Spirit is bringing this about because this is all doves, white doves beneath the rods here. The rods of love. 8 people could be involved. Or they did something 8 times or tried to. 8 cycles. What the fuck does that mean? If this is a power of attorney or conservatorship and they had to do reviews, it could be 8 reviews have gone by where they got away with this. Something like that. 8 years. 8 attempts. 8 attempts on your life? What the fuck? For some of you, only take what applies, please. Yeah, the world is upside down. This is unfinished business. They need something quickly. They can't travel. They don't want to move. Something's happening quickly. Somebody's getting a universal clap back, okay? This is... They didn't want to stop doing what they were doing. They didn't want to learn a lesson or they don't want things to change, I think. If they are making money off of you or trying to get something out of you, they don't want it to change. Whatever they did, it didn't work. They're going to lose their job. If somebody wasn't working because they were making money off of you, they have to go back to work, or they're trying to steal your work, place it where it belongs. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody's lazy. Somebody's coming back to bite them in the ass. Somebody abused their position at work. Gave up their job so they can play around all day on somebody else's dime. Not pay bills. Place it where it belongs. Now it's time up. It's caught up with them. They can't get something out of you. Look at this. 5 of Wands. Gaslighting. A lot of mind games. Power plays. It could be they were possibly poking the bear and trying to get reactive abuse out of you to make you sound differently. To go get out of character. But you took the high road and you walked away. This is somebody that didn't want to put the effort into a relationship or a work or a place where it belongs. Somebody's got to walk away here. They can't handle this challenge or this conflict. They're fighting, finger pointing, blaming one another. If it's a group of people, you refuse. If it's a relationship, you refuse to be an option, and you refuse to compare and compete with whomever this is. Yeah, somebody's a gold digger and a cloud chaser. Very materialistic, greedy, selfish, jealous, very jealous, bad with money, spendthrift, codependent, clingy, not to be trusted or unfaithful, very unfaithful, doesn't know their value and their worth, or maybe they didn't see your value and your worth. They could have left you in financial straits here, next to nothing. You still walked away. Maybe they were trying to compromise you and your integrity. Something to do with a contract or trying to make your life so hard financially that you would be willing to sign away whatever's yours. You'd be for a small stipend, for a small amount, just to get you out of trouble for momentarily and sign away a lot of money or property or whatever. But somebody's a gold digger and a cloud chaser here. Okay? They don't know their value and their worth. You know your value and your worth. I just heard rock the boat. Yep, they bore false witness against you. They're in debt. They're lazy, don't want to put the work in, and disrespectful. Somebody could have called you a gold digger or a cloud chaser. Yeah, okay. Everybody now knows differently. Somebody bore false witness against you. They could have perjured themselves against you. They didn't want to pay you something they owed you that was rightfully yours. They can't make payments on whatever they bought or live in, place it where it belongs. They took a huge gamble and they lost. This is somebody that didn't do their due diligence or fiduciary duties, professionally maybe, and or this is somebody that's really bad with money. They're immature. They didn't want to learn a damn thing. I know. They know nothing. They now know they know nothing. There's no comeback from this. This could be divination abuse. Yeah, they stole money. They're out of money. They spent all this money. It wasn't their blessings. Okay. They're lying, cheating, and or stealing. They're still trying to get away with murder here. I just hear. Damn, if it's murder, they're not getting away with it. They're out of money. They can't pay their debts. This is not their blessing. Missing an opportunity here. They're strategizing to try to escape a situation that's not to their liking. They're still in their ego. They want power and control over you or dominance. Because they wanted a life of luxury off your back. So they wanted control over you and your affairs. Because they wanted a life of luxury off your back. Somebody's very prideful, by the way. They're insecure and unstable. They're greedy and selfish, codependent, clingy. They can't manage on their own. They don't want to be on their own. They're going to jail. They're stuck. They are stuck. They're trapped. They're feeling trapped. Self-imposed. Eight of Swords in the upright. They tried to block you. They tried to hang a false narrative on you or to bind you to something. They're bound. They're bound. They're going to go to jail possibly. They could have been trying to, if it is somebody that's competing with you in the world of tarot, they were trying to restrict you. Don't be surprised if somebody was trying to restrict you. It could be a competitor or you are doing tarot and they're trying to dry up your money or something like that. But the more they play with your money, the more their money's going. I think they're realizing that. And they might go to jail as well on top of that. Somebody could have been stealing money from you and living a larger than large life that they're not used to. They went crazy. They don't know how to manage money. They've never gone to school to learn about investments. They don't know. Nobody taught them maybe growing up. And we should start doing this with our own kids. And nobody teaches you this in school, how to pay a mortgage, how to buy a home, how to do your taxes. They know nothing. So they only knew how to spend. And then all of a sudden they wake up, oh my God, where's my money? Where did it go? You mean, where's other people's monies? And they have nothing now. They're on the hook. Thank you, Spirit. Yep, they're hiding and cloaking a lot. Maybe they are in jail right now. Contempt of court, I just heard. They're cooling their heels in a jail cell, I just heard. 4 swords. They're contemplating, they're praying, they're strategizing. They have no protection. That helmet's off of this person. And that sword's going right through them. They're heartbroken. They've been sitting on the truth for a long time. Four swords. They have to put something to rest here. Meaning speak the truth, possibly. They're hiding and cloaking that you're healthy and you're at peace. They don't want anybody to know. They could have said you were in jail. Give me a break. Yeah, there's a tower. Crash, boom, bang, I just heard. It's all coming down. Because you overcame, you persevered, you put some boundaries up. Congratulations. They are not crossing your boundaries. They're very paranoid and defensive right now. There's a blockage here. They could get tossed out of their home or out of a group or cult, coven, secret society or family. They're on their own. They thought they were going to rise up off of you. See the steps behind him? No, can't rise up. Being blocked here. That's as far as you go, asshole. Yeah, they kept doing something over and over again. You're not unalived. They didn't want to learn a lesson. They didn't want to stop doing what they were doing. This is a snake who doesn't know when to give up. There's a permanent, profound ending or loss. They're resistant to change. They don't want to change. They don't want things to change. Oof, this is a betrayal. They kept betraying you and others. Or maybe they got betrayed. I don't know. It's a harsh and painful end. The worst is over, though. It's the ending of a cycle. They're in their emotions. They hate the fact that you're happy, you have a new beginning, you're at peace, your cup overfloweth, you're very favored by the divine, you're very blessed. You have emotional fulfillment and emotional, what? Intelligence. You showed them nothing but love, and they showed you nothing but contempt and hate. You carried a lot for these people, or this person. Now they're crying. This is somebody that, male or female, place the genders where it belongs. This is somebody that loves to work on pity. Feel sorry for them, okay? They use emotions to get their way. They're very emotionally imbalanced, but they're emotionally manipulative, and they blackmail emotionally. They hide the fact that they have addictions here. They point. As grand accuser, just like Lucifer. They point and blame everybody for everything gone wrong in their life, but they made the choice. They made their choices, okay? This is something that's superficial, very greedy, selfish, superficial, selfish. I keep hearing selfish. The cup, there's no emotions in this cup. If so, they might be a narcissist or worse. They don't care who they hurt. Just, they're needy and greedy. They guilt trip you. What's that noise? Huh. Anyways, they guilt trip you into doing their bidding. They can't move forward. They lost a car, got into a car accident, or they can't move forward. They don't want to take accountability. Somebody's gone too far. It's out of control. They can't move forward now. They're stuck. They don't want to take accountability. That's just too bad. Now they're crying, boo-hooing. Whatever this is. Somebody's very duplicitous and what a liar. I wouldn't be surprised if they have blisters or sores on their tongue and mouth for the amount of lies they've been telling. The amount of shit they've been spewing. Okay, thank you, Spirit. They just said that they're losing their cheek quickly. If this is somebody that you know, male or female, if that's an indication. It's not everybody's story, but because the amount of lies they're saying and the amount of trauma they're inflicting on you and others, maybe there's no others, I don't know. Do they do this to everybody? I don't know. That's the first clue. I just heard wash your mouth out. They're getting their mouth washed out. Damn. How are we ending this for the collective, please, so we can get some more detail? Okay, so Magician's conscious awareness. Somebody's taking action here. And you're at peace. You block them. You know that they're acting like the victim, that they're not. There's mental conflict. They're being denied. They're being blocked. They're acting like the victim now that they're blocked. I don't think so. You're taking action. Somebody's taking action out against them and blocking them. They're being denied. There was a stalemate here. Oh, yeah, they were spreading egregious gossip. They are the one responsible for it. They could be parting ways with friends, cults, covens, secret societies. They're not happy. There will be no reconciling. The party's over. This is a person that, gold digger and cloud chaser, they're coming after your destiny or something. You're very fortunate. They're not happy. You're very fortunate that you're loved. Listen, it doesn't take much, okay, to do what's right, to lead with integrity, to be self-aware, to not want to hurt other people on purpose. Yeah, sometimes you hurt people, but not on purpose. To do what's right, to do your best. It doesn't hurt, but these people, obviously, oh, it hurts too much. It doesn't hurt to be superficial and catty and a liar and hurtful and destructive, though, right? At the end of the day, it does hurt way worse. This is faded. Changes here. Yeah, they're going through a dark night of the soul. They thought they could take your life or what's meant for you by saying you're mentally and emotionally unstable to make you feel emotionally unstable. Now they're going through it. They're going through a dark night of the soul. The only thing they were able to do to you is maybe kickstart your dark night of the soul. And no, it was always scheduled to be, okay, whether they did this to you or not. So they can't take any credit for anything. They're going through a dark night of the soul now. You were able to put your past hurts behind you. You saw through the illusions and you broke free. You peeped their game and you put some distance between you and them. You're free. Something to do with a false contract or non-binding contract. They certainly couldn't bind you. You're not toxic. You're not karmic. Like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, you always had the power, my dear. You just had to click your heels together 3 times. You always had the power. And you see that now. If you don't, you will. You hold the power. Control your life. Yeah, this is a narcissist. They had no authority to speak for you, do for you, represent you. This is a lying piece of crap, male or female. Okay? They're very vindictive, vile, spiteful, and jealous of you. Play mind games. Very emotionally, mentally, verbally, and psychologically abusive. Yeah, they wanted to win so bad they're being exposed. They lied on the stand, on public record, and or on official paperwork. They fudged it. They're exposed. They could be on the same-sex relationship with somebody else. I don't know. They're exposed. This is public humiliation. You're still moving forward. 6-6, if this means anything. 6-6 might be something that means something to you. You're still moving forward. Spirit plucked you out of rough waters and brought you in calm waters. Right now they're in a period of transition. They can't handle it. They can't. They can't get out of their own way. They could be at a distance, or they want to come meet you in calm waters or something. But you're good. You're good. I just heard. They're on the run here, maybe. Oh, this is. I just heard this is different for them, because they're usually at the helm of coming after you or other people, being the whisper in the background, bullshitter, egging people on to do their nasty work. This is different now because they're getting exposed and everybody's taking it out on them. That's why it's a period of transition. They can't acclimate to that. This is new for them. I'll put it back in. 6 of Wands in reverse, 6 of Swords in the upright. Where are we going with this, please, Spirit? Yep, Temperance. You're an Earth Angel. You're moving forward. Read my back. I'm outie. Kiss my ass. You alchemize and you transmute. You're an Earth Angel. You're divinely protected by the angels. You're quite healthy. You're quite balanced. You're a teacher of some sort. You're here to teach them a lesson, that's for sure. You set an example, let's say. You've been fair. You've been balanced. Everything in moderation. I'm picking up somebody in your situation or in your family or friends that if you drink one night with people, all of a sudden you're an alcoholic. If you did a line of coke at a party or a couple of lines, oh, you're addicted. If you dated, they don't know what you did on that date, but if you dated more than one person, you're a slut. I went through that with my family members and people in my background. They did, pretending they're holding the flashlight. They know what goes on behind your door, closed doors, right? And what goes on between you and another person. It's been lies, okay? You're holding steady. Congratulations. You don't trust these people. People see that you are very balanced. Oh boy, this is somebody that's got a lot of disharmony in their life, or they are the reason for the disharmony in your life. Therefore, you no longer trust this person. It is what it is. 2 cups. They have no emotions. Those cups are in reverse. You've lost emotions for this person. This is a karmic soul tie meant to teach you lessons, and you learn. So it's time to move on now. You're not stagnating. You're not going back to the past. You've moved forward. You learned. Nothing back. There's nothing in the past there for you. Why repeat these fucking karmic cycles? No. It's time to break free. And to stagnate, no thank you. It's time to move on. Be happy. Yep, you see through the illusions right there. Okay, all that glitters is not gold. You're not delusional. They can't buy you, coerce you. They can't cover this up anymore. They're running out of options here. You don't sleep around, whatever this is, 9 of Cups. Someone's putting on an act, though, a big act where you were concerned. Some of these addictions where they claimed you constantly party. They can't prove whatever they're saying about you. But you can prove a lot about them, I'm sure. Somebody who's very smug, full of themselves, selfish, and know-it-all, and a show-off. This is a fall from grace, a big fall. They didn't want you to be happy. They didn't want you having wish fulfillment. Yep, this is an inheritance, a large amount of money or family, long-term stability. Whatever they got out of this was short-term. Whatever this is. It's kind of like, it reminds me of people that win lotteries. It's a large amount of money at first, and they go on a spending spree. But at the end of the year, they have to pay taxes. Maybe the first year is not non-taxable. Depends on where you live. But I know here in Canada, the first year it's non-taxable. But afterwards, yeah, it's taxable. It's considered income. Something like that. Or an inheritance. The first year it's non-taxable. The rest you have to pay taxes on, whatever. I can't remember. Certain amount. I don't know. You have to get somebody that's knowledgeable about this. But it's something to do with an inheritance, large amount of money, or life insurance, or some sort of pension. But there's family discord. They're losing everything. They impersonated you and forged your signature. They felt entitled. If this is somebody that's competing with you, they stole a lot of money and they're losing a lot of money for what they've done. Stealing your work, your ideas, and your achievements. Place where it belongs. They feel entitled. Look at me, look at me. They're trying to hold something back, or they're being held back. They're trying to hold on to something that doesn't belong to them. Okay. And they're being investigated. This is surveillance. You're online, trying to hold you back online if you work online. If not, then somebody's looking into something. They got curious and found out they found what they were looking for, the truth. So somebody in this equation, more than one somebody, is lying. Narcissistic, sociopathic, or psychopathic. There's a lot of psychopathy going on here. I don't know what it is. Somebody's representing you or ill representing you. Place it where it belongs. It could be lawyers, could be family, could be friend, could be partner, could be anything or all the above. They had no rights to do this. These are self-serving, fucking vainglorious people. Lying sacks of shit. Abusive, okay? You walked away, or they're going to have to walk away. They're facing the unknown. They thought they'd rise off of your back. Give me a break. Yeah, your family. You walked away from your family. If this is a family group or community, somebody's walking away. You walked away from them. You took your energy. Goodbye. You're still happy. Ending a cycle here. You ended this cycle. You know your value and your worth. This family, this group, this community took advantage of you. They were disrespectful, ungrateful. This is not going to be ignored. You know your value and your worth. They didn't want to let go. It didn't serve. Now they can't move forward. They just didn't want you doing better than them, right? If it's a relationship, well, if somebody was non-committal, they just wanted you sat there waiting for them while they played. Nah. Yeah. Their plans are falling apart. They're not expecting this. They're not prepared. It is what it is. They're not moving forward. Their ships aren't coming in. They have no foresight. They didn't see this coming. They don't know how they're going to get out of this. This is people that always look to the past. They're almost sure that you'd come back towards them. Nah. You know your value and worth. Why would you go back there? You keep it balanced. You made the right choices here. Head over heart decision. You're in alignment. They were playing games. You're able to keep it together. They can't. This is reckless, careless, foolish. They took unnecessary risks. They didn't want you to have new beginnings. Well, they're not going to have new beginnings unless they balance something out. And they're not going to. They thought you were naive and gullible. It is what it is. You're not. You're not. They're a hypocrite. If anybody did this to any of these people, they'd be the first ones crying, screaming for justice, telling the world, whether it's competition or your family, or maybe a lot of these things are going on all at once. Everything could be true all at once. You never know. They'd be the first one crying, somebody's copying from me, somebody's stealing from me, somebody's, and my family's stealing from me. Yeah, poor me. Yeah, they were getting paid or paid others to do stuff against you. You got paid handsomely too. Yeah, they were collaborating together. Something to do with a contract, building off your creations here. Somebody strutting around as if they're a big man on campus or a woman on campus. And look at me, I am successful, King of Pentacles. We'll give them a little bit. We'll give them a little bit. How's that? That's 9 Pentacles, man. I want it all. Yeah, that's poor judgment. Judgment's gone against them. They're going to lose in court. If they go to court, if this gets to court, they're going to lose. The divine has already judged against them. Lack of awareness, acceptance, and accountability. Harsh judgment. They made some poor decisions. There's no coming back from this. This is karma. What I tell you? Justice is here. Congratulations. I like it. This is financial ruin, spiritual jail. The scales are being righted. This is a reckoning and this is karma. Yep, this is... Oh, somebody's not an empress. They're trying to give off the impression they're an empress of the faith on a platform or in court. They're doppelganging you, or this is a power of attorney. Place it where it belongs. They lied. They're jealous. They're doing magic against you. Claim that you're promiscuous. Place it where it belongs. Somebody's pissed right off. Something to do with your past, or your children, or your family. Yeah. Losing a home, stole a home. Somebody's facing homelessness. Losing their business, their stability. This is not wish fulfillment. Somebody's in their south node coming after you. Give me a break. Somebody that's in their north node. Somebody that's divinely protected who has a lot of spiritual protection here. This is not wish fulfillment. They're feeling ashamed of themselves. They rerouted your money, rerouted your mail, didn't pay you what you were supposed to get. This is somebody who's unfaithful. You can't trust these people. It's not the rite of passage, okay? They can't come correct. They made this money real quick. They did something real quick here. Quick to rise. King of Pentacles in the upright. King of Wands in the upright. So he's taking some action. These two are the ones that are having smacks. Same smacks. Place it where it belongs. They didn't want anybody to know. Oh, there's an Emperor standing in. High Priestess. No communication. Tapping. This could be you, male or female. You're tapping into your intuition. And the King of Cups. Another intuitive. There's a lot of secrecy going on here. Again. Yeah, they're going to be arrested. It's illumination, letting go and letting God. They were holding back from you. They were greedy and they're selfish. They wanted power and control over you. They were willing to do whatever it took to win 5 of Swords, but this was ill-gotten gains and it was dishonorable. Everybody working with them are taking on losses. This was born out of ego, jealousy, pettiness, and cruelty and lies. Nothing but fucking bold-faced lies. And they're not sorry. Somebody lost a child or children. The truth is coming out. Somebody's having an emotional outburst because this was lies. They were throwing rocks and hiding hands. This is bad news for them. And now they're crying. They can't handle this. Truth and clarity. They can't handle the truth. Congratulations. Yeah, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of these people who think they can get around things. Not do the right thing, right? And then they try to shut me down because I'm telling the truth. It's time to move on. Pay attention to your dreams. They're feeling haunted. It's all getting played out. Playing out the way you said, possibly, or the way somebody else said if they're watching tarot. And they're being haunted by what they've done. It's coming back to bite them in the ass. They try to traumatize you emotionally, mentally, psychologically. Like I said, they were using psychological warfare. They thought they had an upper hand because a lot of people coming against one person using these underhanded methods and magic, psychological warfare. Coming up against you, hacking, stalking, but yet they still fail. Make that make sense. They're drowning now, over their head, overextended rock bottom, shattered, broken, nightmares and failures. That was a confirmation burp, by the way. Pardon me. I don't know why it's a spiritual thing. But you know, when we're tapping into energy, energy is, somebody's a hypocrite and they're ignorant. They said ignorant things about you. But if you said anything nasty about them, the truth, that is, oh, no, that can't happen. I can't have that. No, I have to rectify this. Did you say this? And they go to everybody. Did you say this? Did so-and-so say this? You know what I mean? They go nuts. Meanwhile, they said all kinds of nasty things about you, and you know who you are. You didn't have to set nothing straight because you live it. You live your truth. Why am I going to go and argue with people, try to defend myself with people that don't want to believe the truth? You know what I mean? Congratulations. They can go sit down. They can go fucking heal, or they can just walk off, take a long walk up a short pier. For all I care, I don't fucking care anymore. I used to be, oh, you know, they'll turn around, let's save them, Father, I pray for them. I can't do that anymore. I can't afford to. I'm getting too old. There's no more time to waste. It's time to be happy and to reap what we have sown, the good stuff, okay? They're trying to build off of you. Give me a break. Right to the edge, right to the edge. Okay, where are we going with this? Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, the highest white light. What's the message for the collective? How are we ending this, please? What is the parting message? Thank you. Serendipity. 18 it's been divulged, exposed. 18 in reverse is the moon in reverse. They can't cover this up. Go the distance. You did. You're getting balance. 47 is 11. 11 in tarot is what? Is justice. It's balance. Congratulations. You're making it to the end. They thought if they got to the end quicker than you, then they'd have the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Nah. Happy St. Patty's Day, by the way. They didn't go by the book. 11 reverse. They broke the law. This was unbalanced, immoral, unfair, or all the above. And other people followed them. Yeah, now you're getting fairness. Somebody doppelganged you. They wanted to be you. They wanted your crown. They wanted to unalive you with the owl there. That could mean unalive, and or you have high wisdom here that got you through this. Their hearts have been weighed. They're not making it. There's another 11, another justice here. There's going to be an arrest. There's illumination, letting go and letting God. This is 12 in reverse. They are realizing they can't sacrifice you if that's what their goal was. You know, if that's the kind of goals you have in life, then you have to realign your fucking priorities here. And the protection message here is in reverse. Perhaps you felt almost certain that serendipitous events were meant to lead to something better. It was supposed to be the perfect business, or that person you gave your heart to was supposed to be, quote unquote, the one. Yet it all fell apart. Consider this. Sometimes synchronicity and serendipity come together to lead you directly into difficulties in order to deliver an important lesson you need to learn before you hit the jackpot. So you needed to remind yourself who you are, to strengthen yourself. You needed to heal. Like I said, it takes a long time to heal from mental torture. That's what they put you through, right? Don't get caught up in the drama of disappointment. There really is a silver lining in this cloud. Spirit always knows what you need and is guiding you to where you are meant to go. Pay attention to the signs presented to you. Don't be afraid. I think you've also learned during this process not to be afraid. You've learned that God is with you. So again, go the distance here. Endurance, strength in the long haul. You did it. You're going there. You're getting there. To bring your dream to life, you must think long term and pay no attention to the fluctuations in the current of your experience. Things go up, things go down, right? Listen, it's always temporary. Joy and disappointment commingle with opportunity, so there's no need to fear the occasional obstacle. Life is not a sprint. This card is a reminder that you have endurance, strength, and fortitude to carry you all the way. Remain true to yourself. Your authenticity alone will keep you in alignment with the energy of miracles. What is yours will never be withheld from you. Remember that. And I think that's what you kept in mind, okay? Somehow, some way, Spirit, I know your spirit team was working with you to keep you balanced, okay? Protection message by the book. Now's the time for a real change in consciousness as you are incited to revolt. Challenge the structures that are limiting authentic progress. It is not enough to rebel in small ways. This is a call to revolution. Focus on what you really want to achieve, regardless of whether it feels so far outside the box that the established order may reject it. Genius, invention, and transformation are rarely comfortable and less likely to be accepted by the mainstream. And that is so true. It may be time for you to say no to the way of your group, take a stand, and make real changes. And I think that's what you did. This could be past, present, or future, but maybe you're more spiritual than anybody in your that you have dealings with. In my situation, they thought I was crazy because I said I was talking to God and the angels. They thought I was crazy because I went to tarot. Maybe they think you're crazy because they don't have that experience. You're not crazy. It's just they haven't gotten there. They don't have that privilege, maybe. I don't know. But do it anyways. Don't be afraid. This is your path. It could be that the structure of your inner world is alerting you to the need for a complete overhaul. This is a time for transformation, so let go of the fear of change. Your intuition will lead you through the darkness, and it has and it will, okay? Don't give up on your intuition. There's no turning back now. Trust that light will dawn. Epiphanies will surely lead to miracles. I went through that where I was reading cards. I was reading cards. I was in contact with the angels. Certain persons were telling me, don't talk about that. It's embarrassing. Well, okay, whatever. You're not my people then. Go away. The angels were there for me constantly. These people were never there for me. They wanted to hurt me, steal from me, right? Laugh at me. Honestly, my best friends are the angels, to tell you the truth, and God. A lot of people let me down. They never have, and they never will. So, don't be ashamed of placing all your, giving God his due. Let's put it that way, okay? The angels, God, they're always there for us. They're never going to let us down. Unless we turn our backs on them, you know what I mean? Then we make our decisions, right? We have free will. How are we ending this for the collective? How's this going to end? What's the final message for our beautiful collective? Photo proof. Getting evidence. You have the evidence or somebody else does. Not somebody's stuck. Legal issues. They need proof of something. And they don't have it. Or somebody got proof that they were doing stuff behind your back and they're presenting it to the courts. I'm really feeling that somebody with authority Got curious. What the fuck's going on here? Something's taking too long to... These excuses they're giving me is not making sense. I'm like that too. If it doesn't make sense, I'm going to go look. I'm going to fucking find out what's going on. Somebody did, and they found out the truth. Court judges, immigration lawyers. Well, this is a fight. Girl or guy, doesn't matter. Arguments, physical, at WAR, like I said. And competing. Somebody wanted to compete with you. They're creeping on you. You're dealing with a creep. They're watching you. It's all about money. Give him money. Give me money. Give me money. Trying to make money off of you. Somebody's looking you up. I'm telling you, some authority figure's looking you up. Okay, so if you're working as a tarot reader of any kind, something's not making sense. There's audits being done, financial audits being done, because things are not adding up. Researching, you study, you getting info. So somebody's trying to steal money from you, prevent you from making your money, shadow banning you continuously every fucking day. It's being looked at. Somebody may want to come back towards you and ask you, beg you for money. This could be somebody. If this is a competitor, they're always asking and begging for money. It's the same shit, different day. People are getting sick of it. It's getting old. Meanwhile, they're trying to dry up your fucking money. And they're begging for money online. Wow. Okay. An offer here. They're looking for offers. This is a spiritual hater. Hates on your spirituality. What I tell you, light, magic, and power. Are they hurting for money? If this is not, yeah, they hate your shine. Can't make this up. Your light irritates their demons. This was a wolf in sheep's clothing. So he's trying to be you. It's a drama starter. Blamed you and said all kinds of horrible things about you. Something to do with an offer. They took an offer. Or they made you an offer. You're no, thank you. You're going to take it back. Okay, take it back. I don't fucking need your... Yeah, you're ignoring them. They can't handle being ignored. Yeah, they're trying to ignore the fact that they're getting bad karma. They don't want anybody to know it. So they're going to make up stories as to why they're hurting for money and they need money. I'm picking up this is somebody that's always short of money. Short of cash. I'm not talking about the occasional person. Like if you are a tarot reader and you need help, go ahead and ask for help. It's your prerogative. You're entitled to that. But if this is somebody that's constantly asking for freebies, be careful. Be leery. Somebody's losing their car less, no car, repo car issues. They might live in a car. Somebody thought this was going to be a jackpot. So they bought brand new cars, got a bigger home, bought a lot of bling bling, things that don't mean a thing, a lot of brand names to show off. Or this is having to do with an inheritance, spiritual or otherwise. I think there's a lot of things going on in this story. It could be all one person's story. All of it could be true. Or this is multiple people's stories woven in. Okay, so only take what applies. So winning money, got rich, inheritance, unexpected money. Now they're kissing your ass here. They're getting caught up. Or they're contemplating. Yeah, they gotta move. They gotta move! Divination abuse. There we go. Bankrupt. There we go. Oh, how the mighty well fall. You remained unbothered. Or they're trying to look like they're not bothered. This is actually happening. I'm downsizing for a reason. Yeah, their ego. They're going to get an ego check here. Hurt ego getting in the way of relationships. They were cyberbullying you. Place where blows. You're being bullied online. I know I've been bullied online, but I don't give them an ounce. You know what I say to them? Fuck off. Go get a life. You got time to fucking bully me online. You got time to go work or wash your ass or do something. Do something constructive. Yeah, some of you lost their children to child services. I'm going to leave that there. I'm not going to go. It's a long story. But congratulations. It looks good for you. Not so good for them. Okay. They said, no, leave it there. We won't. I'm going to get a couple of these then. What's going on with the cyberbullying? They got a lot of people to cyberbully you. Not because their life is stagnant. Stuck, dead, unfrozen. People are gossiping. Rumors, gossip, and nosy. This is happening today. Good vibes now in the moment. You cut ties. People are cutting ties with them. They're not getting the help they want. Freedom standing up and awaken. Oh, shit. This person had a fucking... Oh, boy. Spirit. They have a butter face, I just heard. Maybe you don't, and that's why they hate you. Place where they try to be somebody they're not. Obviously wearing a fucking bag over their head. Yeah, wishful thinking, second chance, deja vu, nostalgia. You got a lot of tensions going on here. Stressed out, migraine, and worried. There's a lot of distance, physical or emotional or both. Divorce, ghost, and separation from family. Blood ties, inner circle. So they made up stories that you go from lover to lover. You party all the time. You're a low life. Yeah, you put up some boundaries. Enough is enough. Disrespectful, enough is enough. Defend yourself, and you are. And you shall. You're not putting up with this bullshit anymore, and I don't blame you. I'm not putting up with it anymore either. Enough is enough, right? You take the piss, well, they're going to have to answer for it. Hopefully you like the read. Until next time, take care.